Hello Aries and welcome to your reading. My name is Nikita Antoine and I am the Oracle Neteru. All of the readings are timeless, so whenever the message finds you and resonates, then it's yours at that time. And even though all of the readings are categorized by zodiac sign, they are all yours to witness and claim. So, with that being all said, of course, I did your reading with my blended deck of the Threads of Fate Weaver Tarot, as well as their Lumen and Shadow Oracle deck too. Now, I'm a little pissed off. I was going to say Leo. You're not Leo, you're Aries. Because I recorded the intro of your video already. My camera fitzed and died or something. I don't know what happened. And I had to basically there's an interruption like within the first 3 minutes of the video, and then it happened again in the extended. And what happened was in the extended, I actually deleted the intro for your video, for the YouTube video, and it was kind of significant too because I had started the video at literally 5:55, and when it cut out, the signal was that, or really the message was that there was a clean swipe. So you're not going to see me do the energy of the neteru because I had already did the shuffling and everything, and I don't have the actual video imagery of that happening. But I will talk about the card that you received, and the card that you received was Ma'at. And Ma'at talks about universal law. She also speaks about balance. In Egyptian mythology, Ma'at is the scale that weighs your heart against the feather of truth to determine if you are pure of heart. And basically, if you are pure of heart, then you get to pass through the gateway. The gateway being the into the afterlife, which also symbolizes like a rebirth, if you will. So, Ma'at is very direct and straightforward, so I wasn't getting much else from her. She had a little bit else to say, so I guess right now I will put in your reading. So your reading will come up next. All right. See you soon. Okay, Aries, that was pretty fascinating. My camera just like clean swiped. I don't know what happened, but the memory card did hold the beginning of your video, so we're gonna keep that. Wow, it's as though you're getting a clean slate. That's really interesting. A clean slate. Okay. Totally lost my train of thought about what I was talking about with Ma'at, so hopefully that came through in the beginning portion of your reading. Ma'at is she is like justice. She's like the justice card. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that clean sweep energy. A clean sweeping energy. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's just see how that plays out in your reading. Wow. Okay. That was so strange. I'm still perplexed by it. It was just all of a sudden. It was very abrupt, like how I was talking about with this 555 Wheel of Fortune comes out, everything kind of goes into a little bit of array, and then it's quickly brought back into balance. Very interesting. Okay, so we are starting your reading off with higher perspective. And what this was talking to me about was it's actually coming across as your desire. Your, with it being the shadow, it's speaking about this higher perspective, this desire that you have to obtain this higher perspective is not yet in your awareness. And I say that because it's followed by the pillar. And it's as though it's like you know that this higher perspective that you are seeking, I say seeker because this is your energy as well. It's like you are seeking with the seeker, you're seeking this higher perspective, but it's in existence, like beyond the veil, because the pillar talks about it is the physical veil. This is the veil that that the high priestess stands in front. And it's so interesting. The vision that I got today when I was looking at your reading, because I read it like I read them like a storyboard. It's almost like a tapestry. If you were to read a tapestry, it shows a story. So what I'm seeing here is it's like you. I don't want to present this because it's really all coming out at the same time. Hang on. You have this desire, right, to get this higher perspective. And then with the warrior and the Seven of Swords, I'm actually seeing it's kind of like you are... Okay, so if this pillar is an actual physical place, it's as though it's kind of like you're peeking and ain't speaking. It's like you're hanging out in the bushes, like looking at this pillar and waiting for your opportunity to like go through it. But it's coming across as though this pillar is guarded, or actually it seems to be unguarded. It seems to be unguarded. And what I'm seeing is it's like you are it's like there's this pillar, right? You have your desires to see, and it's kind of like you are... It's like you're circulating the perimeter. It's very Aries of you. It's like you're circulating the perimeter of this. It's as though you're planning on making a move. It's coming across as very strategic, actually. So it's like you are. It's like you're calculating how to get through this gate, because it seems as though this gateway, this pillar, is something that is like locked out of your awareness, right? And what you're trying to find is on the other side of it, but you can't quite obtain that. And it's as though you are like... It's like you're recording the like guard shifts essentially, and you're seeing, okay, which guards are like susceptible to, I guess, sort of like, it's not really like corruption or something, but it's more along the lines of like who is going to be easily taken down so that you can make your move through this portal and gain through this portal, interesting, and gain what you seek. It's like you know it's there. Do you see the portal? But you're not allowed access. You're not allowed access through this portal. So you're stalking it out. That's hilarious. And oh, that's interesting because interestingly enough, I talk about this Seven of Swords as the, it comes across as the Skeksis castle from the Dark Crystal. And it speaks about your essence being locked away. So perhaps that is what you're seeking. You're seeking the higher perspective of your essence, and your essence being this warrior energy. It's as though you're trying to gain vision of the past, because I see these are like pathways, right? So now it's coming through as like your past lives as a warrior, or someone, or that, just that in general. Like your past lives as luminous warrior, because I've now been seeing this particular warrior card is of the lumen, and it is like a spiritual warrior, a luminous warrior, one who it's really interesting because Russell on Wrestling Around was talking about, I think it was in his the Blue Moon reading, and he was talking about a sacred anger. And this is kind of like this is the feeling that I'm receiving from this reading. It's like a sacred anger, and you're wanting to seek the perspective. You're wanting it. It's a desire. You're wanting to know your past as a luminous warrior. So you're going in with, it's like you've found the perfect guard to like trick. This is so funny. Okay, so you found the perfect guard to trick, and with the Seeker of Coins, I kind of, this is like a an enticing type of energy. It comes across as like, you know, trying to pull someone away. It's like you're trying to pull someone away from this castle, right? Or this, you know, even the gates, the gates of this pillar, the gates of this castle, and you're drawing the guards away from the whatever they're guarding. And it's like you're tempting them with it's like you're tempting them with wine, because the Strength card came out in reverse, and this card in particular has a really big like a shape-shifting energy. So today it was coming through as a grape leaf, and so that's when I was like, oh, okay, it's like you're tempting them, right? Because they don't have the strength to withhold their position, right? They don't have this luminous warrior energy. They're kind of just regular, and it's like you're tempting them with wine, and then you it's like I'm seeing these wine cups or like vessels, and you've dropped something in it. There's some type of like it wants to come through as like a knockout agent. A knockout agent for these guards to open, you know what I mean, like to open your access. And it's like this is now coming across as like, it's like they've drunk so much that they're now like puking. So it's not only have they been taken away, they've imbibed. Is that the right word? I don't know. And it's like they're throwing up in the woods. And so the pillar, the gateway, is now open. That's interesting because I'm seeing this as like, with the 5 of coins, it's following after the strength in reverse. This is what I'm seeing as like the throwing up. It's talking about like a purging, getting everything out. Oh my goodness, Aries, what are you doing? That's so funny. And then here's your energy. Here's your energy, like with the anchor, and it's talking about what was blocked before is, because I see this this anchor comes through as kind of like a halt energy, and it's speaking about that what was blocked before. Whereas if you were to go to this pillar, right, beforehand, that's very interesting. It's like this anchor is what is guarding the pillar, but you are coming in as this warrior. So it's a higher, like a higher echelon of warrior. It's it actually wants to be like whereas these fight for like a king or queen, you fight for no one except for what your heart believes in. So I'm seeing this as that the you're not halted anymore. You are blazing forward with this chariot energy that is following after the anchor. It's like you're like, it's actually oh, and then look here, we have, remember how I was saying before that this warrior doesn't fight for any king or queen. This warrior fights for what his heart desire, well, not heart desires, but fights for what he truly believes in. Like, it's very heartfelt. And after it's actually this way, after the chariot, so that this is what this is talking about. It's talking about your drive to move forward is fueled by this heart. And I usually see this card as like the it talks about the exploration of unconditional love and understanding that it's boundless. But here I just noticed that at the very top, hopefully you can see it, at the very top of this heart up here, there's a flame. It's like that is what's fueling your drive to, it's like you're blasting through this this gateway, which is represented as the pillar. It has a very like a medieval feel to it, because we're talking about castles. You know what I mean? Like, it has a medieval feeling to it. What's that, oh shoot. What's that TV show? It's on Netflix. I think it's called The Witcher. The Witcher. It's like, this is The Witcher. you know, the guy with the blonde hair. I'm just seeing that image. It's like that. It's like that. Like that's the type of warrior you are. That's beautiful. I love The Witcher. He's really hot. That's nothing to do with your reading. Okay. So, you are blazing, you're blasting forward, and it's like I'm seeing you, right? You've got your fuel. You're in your chariot, driving it forward, and it's followed by the Ace of Wands, but I'm seeing you like, like charge, and you're just blasting right through it. It's so it's very fiery. It's really fiery and passionate. Passion for what you believe in too. But then this is really interesting, because what happens next actually is you are charging forward. And remember how I was talking about this anchor is like, this anchor sometimes comes through as like a halt. With this Ace of Wands, it's so interesting. It's like you are just about to, because I'm seeing like if you have the castle, right? You have the castle, and then it's surrounded by the moat, and then you have the drawbridge, right? It's like somehow you were able to get the drawbridge down, and you know the guards are puking in the woods or whatever, and you have now crossed the drawbridge, and you are in front of the gateway, the pillar, right, of this castle that contains your essence, or your heart's desire. It really wants to be more of like your heart's desire, or it's like you would just want to know what your heart's desire is, and it's been like trapped in this castle. And then what happens is this energy materializes right in front of your face. The Sovereign of Wands. And what I immediately noticed was that if you look at the background of the Sovereign of Wands, you will see the two pillars there. It's very much a High Priestess energy. But whereas the High Priestess energy is like, I don't want to explain this. It's more, for me at least, it feels more watery, or kind of like moon. It's more like a moon. This High Priestess energy has more, well, obviously, right? With the Wands energy, it has more fire to it. So it's not necessarily a High Priestess energy that needs a guard in order for them to receive. It's like he or they have the same warrior energy as you do. There was another character in that, gosh, I should watch that show again. It was actually really good. She was the other main character, the woman with black hair. Wasn't she? She was a witch, right? Was she a seer? I can't quite pull it in. But what they are telling me is that this energy is like, it's complementary. It's kind of like the masculine and the feminine energy. And I am remembering that even in the storyline of The Witcher, they worked together. They worked together. Well, anyways, out of thin air, this energy materializes right in front of you and is, right, because I'm just going to say she because it is the sovereign, but they have this Aries energy as well. They have it as well. And that's what's halting you. It's stopping you in your tracks. It's as though the wheels of your chariot have, it's like somebody put a spoke in the wheel of your chariot. And what I'm seeing next is, so you stopped in front of, it's, so, okay, how is this wanting to be presented? Because it's very much like all one whole story, so it's hard for me to like piece out each one of the cards. So we have that energy, the feminine, the one in front of the pillar that's halted you. We have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the ruler of coins. And I'm being taken back to how it's like you were the seeker of coins before, doing your little trickery on the guards. And this is speaking of, it's like when you were halted in your tracks, it's like, it's as though what you needed inside the castle is it's not that it's no longer necessary, it's that it came out. Were you seeking this? Are you seeking this partnership? Right? Because with the Ten of Cups talks about a partnership that is emotionally fulfilling between two people. It's as though you went into the castle to pull this energy out, but she herself has come out and presented herself in front of the castle. It's almost like no need to destroy the castle with this warrior energy, even though it is a sacred anger. It's like it's coming out and presenting itself to you. It's kind of like ending it's not like ending a feud, but what it's doing with you is it's putting you in this ruler of coins energy, which talks about the ruler of coins is kind of like a it is a nurturing energy because it is an earth energy, but it's as though it's like now you've been rooted in place. Because you found your desire, your heart's desire, which is this Ten of Cups energy, which happens to be this Sovereign of Wands energy. Now this could be all internal, of course. This doesn't have to be an actual person outside of you. This could be like you finding your feminine, your internal feminine. And I say that because we do have the pillar and the warrior for me also speaks of, the warrior is like an astral warrior, exploring the astral planes, or even a warrior that explores the subconscious. This veil could even be representative of your conscious and your subconscious, right? Because we had the higher perspective, which would be like that subconscious self, with the veil being in your conscious. I want to lean more towards that than this is an actual person. This isn't necessarily, this feels like, it just all feels like you. It doesn't feel as though there is anyone else in this scenario. It's like even these guards, right? Like even these guards that are guarding the castle, it's like you made them. You made them. What does that mean? It's almost as though you had to build a barrier for yourself in order to get this gusto energy, this fueled by your heart's desire energy. It's like if it's almost as though if there wasn't a conflict, you might not have gone to do this. You might not have gone to actually go to the castle. You know what I mean? It's like this. It's as though your mind, because Orion talks about Orion, the warrior. I associate with Orion. The warrior talks about even in the astral planes, understanding how your thoughts create the things in front of you. It's as though your subconscious created these guards to give you a spark to fight and to it's kind of like your own mind tricked itself into doing what you actually want, doing what it's like reverse psychology. That's cool. And what I'm seeing with the next card that's coming out, this energy, the Sovereign of Wands energy, which now I want to call your feminine aspect. It's like she put a damper on your progress. Well, it's not a progress forward. It's on your like race to push through this pillar, because I see the chariot comes below, the chariot comes above this connect to heart. And it's like when the spoke was put in your wheels, I was seeing this kind of like as like sled dogs. It's like the dogs are like, wait, they were like jerked, and they're like, wait, what's going on? Why can't we move forward? And they're trying to pull. But right, it's like you've been rooted into this earth, and it's like, because I'm seeing in the background, in the backgrounds of these cards, there's like smoke. Do you see how it's like there's smoke? This earth, this action of this earth being earth is extinguishing this flame. It's extinguishing the flame, which is talking about really just talking about that drive. It's like now you're sitting still. It's now you're sitting still. And a really interesting thing happened with the connect to heart card. It's like the earth was then it doused out the flames. It's like it's as though the lead of this chariot was like a flaming dog. What? And it wanted it's like as the earth is being put over top of it, it's cooling and condensing, and it's transforming these dogs, because these dogs are like, it's like they're melting. Well, not melting, but they're You know when you have a flame and there's the source, right? The source of the energy. Even though the flame is much bigger than the source, it's like because the flame is being taken down, it's like what is being shown here, it's okay, so with the universe coming next, it's this flame being condensed. It's like a meteorite or something, a meteorite. It's like now instead of having dogs lead your chariot, you now have a meteorite energy. What does that mean? A meteorite, like a shooting star. It's like, it is as though the speed at which you were going before was only a fraction of what you're going to be going now, because now you have, right? You have both of these energies now. So it's the Ace of Wands, because in the background of the Sovereign of Wands, she has an Ace of Wands herself. It's like the Ace of Wands energy that she carries, this feminine aspect of yourself, is igniting the meteorites that are leading your chariot. It's like you both got into the chariot. You both got into the chariot, and now the speed at which you're going to be going forward is like the speed of a shooting star. And now I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, look at that. Even in the background of these dogs, there's like that meteorite. And I'm now noticing that these dogs, they're looking. See where their faces are pointed to? In the in the ruler of cups. Oh, not the ruler of cups. The ruler of coins is looking at this full moon. This full moon, the moon energy. And then here, this one is looking at this full moon energy, this full moon that's up here. That's not the moon. Hang on. That wants to be like, it's red. It's like Mars. It's like now you have the fuel to go to Mars. Well, now actually, because look, we have this, the moon is representative of this feminine fiery high priestess. And it's like with that energy, it's like you're passing the moon and you're going to Mars. That's really cool. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's really bizarre. Wow. Okay, well, that was a fascinating story. If it at all resonated with you, check out the link in the description box. That's where the extended will be. And if not, I will see you next time. Bye, Aries.